We've all been there, right? We find ourselves yearning for love and connection, dreaming of a partner who understands us deeply. Yet when the opportunity for such a relationship arises, we freeze up. We pull back into ourselves and sabotage our chances at happiness. So why do we do this to ourselves? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Number 1, fear of vulnerability. One reason why we might push people away when we want them to get closer is because it scares us. Think about it. When someone starts to get close to us, they become part of our inner world. They get to see our true selves, both the beautiful parts and the messy, imperfect parts. This level of intimacy requires vulnerability, and vulnerability makes us feel scared, exposed, and unsure. We might have experienced being vulnerable in the past, only to be hurt by those we trusted, which leaves us hesitant to let others in again. We may worry that if people truly know us, they won't like us as much, or they might use our secrets against us. Whatever the fear, it's important to acknowledge these feelings and understand that it's okay to feel afraid. However, allowing fear to dictate our relationships can lead to missed opportunities and unfulfilled connections. If we want to build meaningful relationships, we need to learn how to be vulnerable with others and trust that they will accept and respect us for who we are. Number 2, attachment styles. Our attachment styles play a huge role in how we relate to others. Those with anxious attachment styles often crave closeness, but also tend to push people away due to their fear of abandonment or rejection. On the other hand, those with avoidant attachment styles might push people away as a defense mechanism to protect themselves from getting hurt. Understanding our attachment styles helps us recognize why we might behave in certain ways in relationships and allows us to work towards forming healthier connections. By becoming aware of our attachment styles, we can start to break down the barriers we've built up and develop more secure attachments. This journey takes time and effort, but the rewards of having deeper, more meaningful relationships are well worth it. Number 3, past experiences. Our past experiences shape who we are and how we interact with the world around us. If we've been hurt in the past, whether through betrayal, abandonment, or emotional neglect, it can make us hesitant to trust and be vulnerable with others. We might push people away as a way to protect ourselves from getting hurt again. However, by holding on to past hurts, we prevent ourselves from moving forward and experiencing new joys and opportunities. It's essential to acknowledge and process our past experiences, but we must also learn to forgive and move on. This doesn't mean forgetting what happened to us, but it does mean choosing not to let those experiences define us or control our future relationships. By doing so, we can break free from the cycle of pain and create a brighter future for ourselves. Number 4, low self-esteem. When we don't have a positive self-image or believe that we're unworthy of love and respect, it can cause us to push people away. If we don't think we deserve to be loved, we may sabotage our relationships by acting distant or uninterested. We might also compare ourselves to others and feel inadequate, leading us to withdraw from social situations and miss out on potential connections. However, by recognizing these negative thoughts and challenging them with positive affirmations and self-compassion, we can start to build a more positive self-image. It's crucial to remember that we all have value and deserve to be loved and respected. By cultivating self-love and acceptance, we can open ourselves up to the possibility of deeper, more meaningful relationships. Number 5, fear of commitment. The idea of committing to a relationship can be daunting, especially if we've been burned in the past. We might push people away to avoid making that commitment and potentially getting hurt again. We may also fear the responsibilities that come with a committed relationship and prefer the freedom and flexibility of casual dating. However, by avoiding commitment, we might miss out on finding a fulfilling and loving partnership. It's essential to communicate openly with our partners about our fears and concerns, and to work towards building trust and emotional intimacy. Remember, Healthy relationships require effort and commitment from both partners, but the rewards of a loving and lasting partnership are well worth it. Number 6. Lack of emotional availability. Sometimes we might not be emotionally available for a deep and meaningful connection because of unresolved personal issues or emotional baggage. We might push people away to protect ourselves from getting too emotionally involved and having to confront these unresolved issues. This avoidance can lead to superficial relationships and missed opportunities for personal growth and self-discovery. However, by taking the time to explore our own emotions and work towards healing, we can become more emotionally available and open to forming deeper connections. Remember, it's okay to take our time and set boundaries, but it's also important to make ourselves vulnerable and available for love and connection. Number 7. Perfectionism. We might push people away when we want them to get closer because we have high expectations and a fear of not being good enough. We might think that the person we're interested in has to meet our unrealistic standards of perfection before we can let them in. However, this perfectionism can lead to disappointment and disconnection. We might also be so focused on meeting our own expectations that we forget to be authentic and vulnerable with our partners. By letting go of our need for perfection and embracing our flaws and imperfections, we can create more genuine and meaningful connections with others. Remember, no one is perfect, and expecting others to be so will only set us up for disappointment. Number 8. Trust issues. If we've been betrayed or lied to in the past, we might develop trust issues that cause us to push people away when we want them to get closer. We might find it difficult to believe that someone could love and accept us for who we are without having to earn it. This lack of trust can lead to emotional disconnection and an inability to form deep, intimate relationships. However, by working on ourselves and facing our fears, we can overcome trust issues and allow ourselves to be vulnerable and open with our partners. Remember, trust is essential for healthy relationships, but it needs to be earned and nurtured over time. Number 9. Different values and goals. Sometimes we might push people away when we want them to get closer because our values, goals, or lifestyles are incompatible. We might realize that we're not on the same page when it comes to important matters such as family, religion, or career aspirations. This incompatibility can create tension and conflict in a relationship, making us want to distance ourselves from our partners. However, by communicating openly and honestly about our differences and finding common ground, we can work towards building a relationship that is based on mutual respect and understanding. Remember, having some differences in a relationship is normal, but it's important to ensure that our core values and goals are aligned. Number 10. Fear of change. When we start to develop feelings for someone, it can be scary because it means that our lives are about to change. We might fear the uncertainty of the future and the potential challenges that come with committing to a relationship. This fear of change can cause us to push people away and avoid making any decisions about our romantic future. However, by embracing change and learning to navigate the ups and downs of a relationship, we can create a fulfilling and loving partnership. Remember, change is inevitable and sometimes the only way to grow and evolve. So have you ever found yourself pushing someone away when you wanted them to get closer? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might resonate with others who are going through similar emotions. Remember, you're not alone, and there is always hope for a fulfilling and loving relationship. Until next time.